I'm Catherine, a full-time illustrator and business owner of Katnipp.com, and every week we document our small business journey, and this week it has been one of the busiest few weeks I've ever had in my business, and it's quite the wild ride, so buckle up. Last week I cleaned up and made over my brand new art studio after being in a little bit of a funk since summer, but after cleaning and organising my new space, I am ready to get the ball rolling and begin working on my brand new Christmas collection. But as we do, we also have to juggle several business events and basically do a whole tour of the UK. So buckle up and let's get to work, shall we? A huge thank you to Adobe Photoshop for sponsoring a part of today's video. The most important task for today is actually to design my Christmas mouse mats and get them sent off ASAP because they need to arrive, and I've got a good idea for them and I'm going to sketch out the idea to show you kind of what I had in mind. Oh no, I've just finished my dinner and it's tanking down for rain, and I just noticed, I don't know if the camera's going to show this up, but there's water leaking through my roof onto my desk. Oh, there's a crack up there, look Dean. Because it's just the roof, a flat roof on top of here. Oh no, what the heck? I'm gonna have to move everything. This is my photography desk. I'm just gonna make another cup of tea as well. And there's even more. It's raining so heavy. This is the problem with flat roofs, but this is quite dangerous because it's like leaking near the light. I've turned the lights off because it's dropping over the lights. And I've put a spot right there that you can see a little drip mark. So I'm going to keep it there and it's going to drip into this little bucket. Hopefully it won't fill it up, but what a disaster. I've just bloody organised this studio. I can probably hear it dripping. I really hope it doesn't damage anything. I've just checked the other studio to make sure the products are okay, and there doesn't seem to be, touch wood, touch plastic wood, there doesn't seem to be anything dropping through there. But I really hope it doesn't like damage my Mac or anything. I wonder if I should put like a plastic bag over my computer when I leave tonight. Anyway, I'm going to sketch out some of my Christmas mouse mats and then design it. Let's go, shall we? Oh, these sketches were from Christmas last year. Or the year before, actually. Yeah, this was the year before. Oh my gosh, my life's going so fast. Ah, gift tags. I've got to do that again this year. Right, I thought I'd show you the idea for the mouse mat. So I actually had a comment off one of you guys saying they would like to see more minimalistic style mouse mats. So I was actually thinking of having this a beautiful soft pink colour with like a ribbon on the bottom. I don't know if I'm going to add the face or not, but I feel like it needs to be like catnippified in like some way to like obviously look like a catnip product. So I was thinking of actually on both of the mouse mats having it cut out to shape, so it kind of has like a really nice shape around the bow area and then rounded around the sides. And then for the Christmas scene one, I'm going to do the little chubby reindeer, which is part of the collection, Gingy and Spice's home, and it's going to be like a really nice pink and snowy scene, like really aesthetic, good for winter, not just for Christmas, kind of the winter months up until spring. And then again with this kind of bow border at the top here as well, where it's actually like cut out to shape. I think this would be really nice on the desk. I can just kind of visualize it in my head of how it's going to look, and I think it'll look beautiful like laid out on the desk, especially like the more plain one with just a bow, and that way you can use that all year round. I'm also going to be releasing like a coquette style sticker set, which is not winter themed. So there's going to be like a winter theme, but then there's also going to be just kind of like a nice theme with like pastel bows and stuff like that, which can be used all year round, because I don't just want to stick to just seasonal items if I can help it. So I think the Christmas scene is going to look beautiful and something that I'm looking forward to. I'm going to use soft yellows, soft browns, beiges and pinks in that one, and then the minimalist one is going to be mainly like a really beautiful pink colour, and then it's going to have the bow that kind of like extends out, and I think if you took a photo the whole desk should look really pretty. So I'm going to get to work on that. I'm going to get my iPad out now. Actually, I might prop this up so I can keep referencing it just on my desk there. I'm going to get my iPad out and I'm going to start illustrating the Christmas theme, because that's the design that's going to take the longest. I actually might use my larger iPad, you know, and not my small one. Let's get illustrating, shall we? It was really important this year that I do a theme that everyone can celebrate during the festive period. I'm aware not everyone celebrates Christmas, but they may want to celebrate the winter season, and I, for one, love the winter season. In fact, I love all seasons for so many different reasons. The snow is so magical, and me and Dean are actually a huge fan of trying to travel to a really snowy destination, because living by the North Sea here in the northeast of England means we don't really get much snowfall, and if we do, the salty sea air normally wipes it away as quickly as it settles. So this mouse mat is kind of a homage to my love for the snowy, crisp weather, and it was also inspired by my trip to Nara Park in Japan last year. They have one of the largest roaming deer parks, and the deers, although they were a little cheeky, were so cute. So I've wanted to illustrate my own deer character for a while now. They're actually Seeker deers in Nara Park. I'm not actually sure if I'm saying that right, but although a lot of people who actually look at this design, they probably will just assume this is a reindeer, but my chubby little reindeer character, which I've decided to call Cinnamon, is actually a Seeker deer. So I finally finished the illustration and it looks so cute. I actually can't stop laughing at Bumblebutt. It actually was a last minute decision to add him to the illustration as well, but he looks like a little babushka or something because he's got like a scarf wrapped around his head. I wasn't originally going to have Bumblebutt on the scene, but then as I was drawing the snowdrop popping through the snow, I couldn't help myself. I ended up drawing him and I'm actually so glad. I think next year, because it's too late to actually send off for enamel pins, I think next year make this little babushka Bumblebutt into an enamel pin. Let me know in the comments if you want to do that. I actually did a separate illustration for the bow so that I could do a minimalistic design. So I'm going to put it into Photoshop because that's what I do to edit my colours. I want to tweak the colours a little bit. I like to make it like more saturated and stuff. And Adobe Photoshop has actually kindly sponsored this video. So a huge thank you to Adobe Photoshop for supporting this channel. So it is crazy to me that this is even a sponsor, honestly, because I have literally used Adobe Photoshop since I was a child. My first venture and how I learned digital art in the first place was through Photoshop. I remember I used to download brushes. I found so many different inspirational artists on social media sites like DeviantArt at the time, and I taught myself how to digitally illustrate using Adobe Photoshop. And I still use Adobe Photoshop every single day in the studio. So Mike and Dean always use Adobe Photoshop to do our prints, our mouse mats, our made to order greeting cards. It is one of the most fundamental cornerstones of our business. It's what we've used day in, day out since I started Katnipp. Anyway, I'm going to tweak the colours a little bit, and I thought I'd show you a little bit of my screen so I could show you what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so this is what I have done so far. I've actually tweaked the colours already of this, and I thought I'd quickly show you if you didn't see my last one. To change my colours, I go over to adjustments and I go down to replace colour. I absolutely love this. I honestly use this in nearly every single illustration that I do. So originally these greens were a little bit like more on the greeny side, but what you can do with the replace color tool, which is why I like it, I merge all the layers together for this one. Sometimes it's better to work on separate layers so you can just pull only one color, but for this case I actually changed the green slightly to like this beautiful mint to go with the pink. So I think originally it was slightly more greeny like that, and as you can see it looked a little dull, and I thought turning it a little cooler on this hue slider here made it look more like icy but also slightly more warm. I don't know why, and less murky. I was considering going all the way to blue like this. Can you see? That actually looks really, really good. And you can also increase the fuzziness, and the fuzziness just means how much it's grabbing off the rest of the image, and you can turn it down. I actually really like the blue, you know, and it's very confusing seeing it like when I do this before and after, but I think I'm going to stick with the green because that was the original colour palette I had in mind. The blue obviously worked for an icy scene. I kind of wanted like a green, soft, more warmer tone. Anyway, if we look in here, I've created a tab here with a rectangle, and I just used the rectangle tool. And what you can do is you can like curve the corners like this by just dragging these sliders in and out. But now I'm going to copy and paste this bow which I illustrated earlier on, and maybe have it like this. So what I'm thinking is the mouse mat, this is actually like cut out. Do you know what I mean? I don't actually know if my manufacturer can do this, so I'm gonna have to send these files off, but I don't think this really works. So I think I'm gonna have to add some sort of stroke to it. So I'm gonna keep this all in one layer, and I'm gonna add a stroke. Maybe this color? Oh yeah. That looks kind of good. And then the stitching will be around here, so maybe I can have the stitching pink. Yeah, I think that looks quite nice. And then we'll have our tab in there. But obviously it will be clipped here, so it won't stick out like that. It'll be clipped there. And I'm going to send that to my manufacturer and see if it is something that they can do. So this was the final design I've actually sent off to my manufacturer. I wondered if I could remove the stroke and if we could just have like a harsh edge like this one. So I sent them the first one with Cinnamon the deer, and then I sent our new minimalistic bow mouse mat. So we'll see what they say, and hopefully these can be done. If not, I'll probably tweak the design. I am thinking potentially of removing the bow to the Christmas scene and just having the bow on the more minimalistic design, but we'll see what the manufacturers say. So a huge thank you to Adobe Photoshop for sponsoring today's video. I'll leave a link if you want to find out more. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send these two designs to the manufacturer, and hopefully they turn out okay and I'll get to see some samples. So, morning guys, I've just come in and it looks like the rain last night has went onto my new vinyl wrap desk. There's loads of dirt on it and splatters. Oh, you can see where, look, there's another leak there. This room's a nightmare, it's just leaking everywhere. I can't believe it. I hope nothing else is damaged. I imagine if it dripped on my mat.
From what?
From there, can you see like the water stains in the corner of the window? It's leaked onto there, look. I hope it hasn't gone on my desk. That's a bit of a nightmare. Dean is currently packaging orders still from our shop launch. We got a load of orders just there. It looks so aesthetic and nice. But we were really surprised by the mugs. I can't believe how many have sold. So if you watched our shop launch vlog, you'll have seen we did a new purple, dark purple colour, and it's been really popular, hasn't it, Dean? So this Cursed Cutie, I didn't think this one would be as popular because I've done another one with different text on, but look, this is what we've got. And we've also got Why Be Ordinary When You Can Be Fantastic. He's just made 3 of them up fresh. And then we've got a larger cursed cutie. I really like the colours. I think that's what people like about it. I think and Fluffy the spider, so cute. I actually received a comment on this asking if I could change the colour to match a little bit more, and I did. So I adjusted all the colours and everything because it was originally printing a little bit on the magenta side, and I ended up changing it so it was more purple to match the handle, and it matches everything else. Anyway, today I have to try and attempt to bulk load and make a load of reels. So if you've been following me over on Instagram, you know I've been giving myself a challenge where I try and post at least 6 times a week, and it's been working out really well. For the first time in a very, very long time, we've seen growth on Instagram. The reason it was important for me to film some reels is because I'm actually going to be out of the office for the next 2 weeks. We have 2 business trips with Roland and Shopify, and not only that, but I also plan to film an autumn road trip series in my camper van for my personal channel. So I wanted to make sure I had enough content to post at least 2 reels a week. I use this magnetic tripod holder so I can just snap my phone on and off, and I also have these quick release plates that you buy from Ulanzi. I'll leave all the equipment in the description, and I also have these on my camera. And you can just basically snap them on and off different tripod stands, and it just makes everything a lot quicker. I also have this moft stand as well, which is also MagSafe. I've actually got this sticker on here because my case blocks it, and this is like a little portable tripod that I can have everywhere with me, which is really, really handy for content creation on the go and also on the fly. I absolutely love it. Actually, it's not sponsored or anything. I actually seen another artist do it and I bought it myself. So right, let's film 3 orders. I need to pick them all first, and then we can pack them. Oh, is that the standard one? Oh yeah.
XL, so the bigger ones start with that XL.
Right, so that's just a normal one.
I actually didn't realise, but filming these reels ended up being a little bit of a waste of time. I only actually found this out later on my road trip, but basically what happened was I used a mini mic that got sent to me around 3 vlogs ago now, and I did a lot of talking segments in some of the reels. Well, little did I know, the audio ended up being extremely sharp and too loud for me to use anyway, so I actually received a comment in last week's vlog saying that my S's sounded so sharp, and now I can't unhear it, and it was even worse on this microphone. I'm pretty sensitive to sounds, like that horrible metal noise Dean made earlier with the sellotape, and I'm not an audio engineer, so I don't really know how to get rid of this sharp tinny sound, or if it's even possible to get rid of that sound at all. I also think it might be a weird consequence of having my braces.
So I've actually just finished packing 3 orders. I did like a big £300 order one, 2 other ones, but honestly it is now 4:30. I'm not kidding, that took me such a long time. The reason it took me such a long time is because I had to keep waiting for Dean to finish like packing so we could have like a little bit of quiet. We also forgot to print out my package buy stickers that we created in the last vlog, but I thought quickly that I would show you guys what I've actually just shared about the grab bags, because I'd love your opinions as well. This is kind of what I had in mind, like a classic Katnipp Christmas grab bag, so like a to-do list with Ginger's advice, maybe a greeting card, 4 of the classic, or maybe just 3, those 3 of the classic Ginger die cuts, and then a to and from gift tag sticker set, which also come with these other little stickers on. And then this could be like discounted, like, and then we bag it all up, maybe get like cool candy cane bags or something for it, and then do like a nice label, because there's around, I reckon there's about 100 of these, so we could do 100 Gingy classic grab bags. And it could be a way, this is a great way to like write notes to your family and friends and put in the gifts. Then you've got the gift tags, and then you've got the die cuts as well. So I'd love your opinions on this, because I'll probably get to work on it before the launch and launch it. I think it'd be a way to kind of incentivise getting rid of these notepads that have been sat on my shelves for such a long time, because they're still really cute, I think. Look at them! Now that the 2 reels are down, I am going to film some more of me packing some Halloween pin sets, so that should be 3 more, and then I might call it quits after that. Oh, I'm just filming, but a bunch of new packages arrived. I wonder if I can put this on and then it'll change the scenery. It says it's from Shein, but I actually got it from Vintage secondhand. Look how cute this is. It's a little strawberry top. Shein's a bit of a sore subject for me because my art was found on there stolen. So I don't really buy off there anymore. But I look on Vinted and often a lot of people sell like their clothes on there. But this is actually really, really cute, isn't it? But yeah, I love Vinted. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. It's great if you've got an outfit in mind. The majority of my clothes come from Vinted and charity shops, but look how cute that is. This has come at the perfect time because I might put this on and like film my hands, and then that way I'm wearing something different. Ta-da! Look how cute this is. Very cute. A little bit bad quality, but cute nonetheless, and it was secondhand. Win-win. Huge mistake.
Uploading on Instagram.
Oh my gosh, I can't decide if this is like the worst timing or the best timing ever. Look what's just arrived. Craft Geek reached out to me and wanted to send me one of their magnetic like selfie sticky things. This would have actually been perfect a second ago. How nice is the packaging? I love good graphic design and packaging. Makes me so happy. Ooh, oh, this is really fancy. What the heck? This is a lot fancier than I thought it was going to be. Wow, I love how sleek this design is. I wasn't expecting it to be like this. The only thing I would say that I think could be improved was if this was a ball head, so you could pivot and swivel and move it around. Take my moth stand off. Yeah, snap it on there. Oh, it's really tall actually. I think this is definitely more of its intended use, more for like floor. You could do outfit shots. And hello, why are you doing that? I feel like this would be good if you were like a fashion content creator or something. Very cool. It's very nice quality, I have to say, but I would prefer to see this as a ball swivel head that can move around, and also the option to have a tripod. So you could screw this off and put a proper tripod on, and then I would probably use it a lot more. Thank you, Craft Geek. Anyway, I got a bunch of other stuff from Amazon. Oh, it's my temporary blinds. Oh, they don't look big enough. Oh, they might be folded. I got some cloud cutters, little box cutters. These are so tiny, little box cutters. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. How do I fill it up? Oh, there. So this has like a fabric on it that cleans your screen. Look at this. My screens have desperately needed cleaning for the longest time. Wait, that's amazing. Oh my gosh, that is so satisfying. Wow. What a genius invention. Ta-da! Maybe I could polish it a little bit more. I think that's a successful Amazon find actually. How are you going to clip these? Oops, I put them really wonky. Can't reach. Oh, come on. Oh no, my picture just fell down. Ta-da! The
blinds are up. It looks so much better than the grey and the darkness looking out. It brightens the whole corner up actually. I also put the art print back on the wall. I love these temporary blinds, I think they're great. But the thing is, I put loads of them in the desks in there, trying to hide underneath the desks, and they did not last more than like 2 weeks. Mike and Dean just ripped them off as soon as I got this office. But these are really good. Like if you're a college student or you just want like a budget option for blinds, don't you think they look really good? Don't get me wrong, it's like paper, but I think for the overall aesthetic, I think it's brilliant. Anyway, I should probably go home. It's like 8 PM, so I'll see you on Sunday when we'll pack up like 100 sticker packs to take to Roland. Ended up being a crazy whirlwind of travel and business trips. I actually packaged up all of these sticker packs to take to the first event, which was the Dream It, Make It, Sell It event hosted by Roland. It was basically 2 events, one in Kent and one in Bristol, where small business owners and creatives could all meet up, take a look at the machines and printers and speak with the Roland team. Then me and Fight or Flight, a PR company, did a small business chat where we discussed growing a business, PR and all things social media and building an audience and telling a brand story. And after my first stop in Kent, which I didn't get much footage for to be honest, which I'm really sad about, we then travelled another 3 hours to head to Bristol for the second event. And we honestly met so many beautiful and inspiring creators and fellow YouTubers too. And I honestly felt like I've made so many new friends, and it was amazing to meet other YouTubers and business owners in the same space that I've followed actually for years, and see them in person. It was just so amazing. So a huge thank you to you guys who actually turned up, and I literally had the best time ever, and I hope you did too, and I hope you got something from it, and I actually can't wait to meet up with you all again. So anyway, there was no rest for the wicked, because straight after the event in Bristol we needed to head straight home the same day. It was around a 5 to 6 hour drive, so we had to actually pick up our camper van because the next morning was the start of our autumn road trip and we needed to head to Edinburgh. And at this point I did kind of feel like we had been doing a tour of the UK. But if you're curious about what I got up to exactly while I was in Bristol and Kent, you can actually start our Autumn Diary series over on my personal channel, so you can actually see more in depth all this behind the scenes, and also our camper van travels up to Scotland. It was an absolutely amazing trip. But straight after our Scottish trip we were back in the studios for a few days, but honestly I had zero energy to pick up the camera, and it was mainly admin for the next 3 or 4 days while I caught up with bits and pieces I couldn't do on the road. I actually ended up not having signal properly on my phone for around 4 or 5 days, so it was kind of nice to kind of break away actually, if I'm being honest, and I really enjoyed it. But that meant I had to have a massive catch up when I got back, but we couldn't rest too much because then we caught a train to London to head to a beautiful meal with Shopify. I actually had to pinch myself a little bit because honestly during these last 2 weeks it has been so fast paced and quick moving that I didn't even have chance to even absorb everything that was going on. And looking back, it's actually crazy how much we crammed into such a short space of time. And on reflection, I'm just so grateful to even be given these exciting and fun opportunities.
really looking back, even when I started my business, I didn't think this was going to be possible. This was such a cool life and something I could only dream of having. So just to sit back and watch all this footage and reflect on the last few weeks where it's been totally crazy, it's just, yeah, absolutely amazing. And it fills my heart with so much joy. And it's important to even just sit back and see how far you come, which I don't do very often, if I'm being honest. I'm kind of just always moving forward. So I just wanted to say a huge thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your love and support, because I obviously wouldn't be able to do any of this without you guys. So a huge thank you for all your love and belief in me and Katnipp. But yeah, it has been a pretty wild couple of weeks, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm back on track and I'm back in the studio and I'm back into a nice routine, which you guys will see next week, because we are going to get straight to work on the Christmas launch. One thing I am going to do is try and give myself some grace around this Christmas launch. I've been kind of beating myself up a little bit that it's potentially going to be more November, late November, that these Christmas items release. But if you've been watching the vlogs and know that my Christmas items are more a winter theme, so I am hoping that's not going to be the end of the world. And I'm trying not to beat myself up and just take it one day at a time and not feel overwhelmed, because I feel like putting all this pressure on myself when all this has been going on is just not helpful for anybody. So I'll see you next week when we will be getting to work on the Coquette Christmas collection. Alright? Thanks so much for watching. I love you.